Hi guys, so we are going to be doing the environment setup. We're going to install all the software that's needed for our coding journey. So to give you the list of all the softwares that you are supposed to have, you're supposed to have Slack. You can go ahead and install Slack. You're supposed to have downloaded Visual Studio Code, Composer, Node, Git, and XAMPP. Right, so we're going to first install Visual Studio Code. We're going to have to double click, and then you're going to accept the agreement, next, and create desktop icon. Make sure that all of these are checked. Make sure they are all checked. Next, install, and we wait for this to finish installing. Right, now once that's finished installing, the Visual Studio Code icon will appear on the desktop. Check this so that it opens Visual Studio. So Visual Studio Code is open. You will see something like this. If it's not similar, perhaps you will see it will ask you to select a theme. You can choose any theme there, and then you will see this welcome screen. So what you have to do now, you can just close this welcome. What you have to do is to make sure that you have internet connection, and then go to the extensions, click that, and then you're going to have to search for PHP namespace. That's the one, PHP namespace resolver. You're going to have to click on install. There will be an option to install there. Install that, and once that's done, that's it. We have successfully set up our Visual Studio Code. Right? This is where all your files and folders will appear. We close this. We move on to the next one, which is Node. Let's install Node. Double click. All right, next. Accept the terms of in the license agreement. Click next. Make sure that the add to path is there, right? Add to path. Next. Do not select this one. We don't need this one. And then install. Yes. Now, once Node installation is finished, we are going to have to install Git. I will click on Git. So you need to make sure that you install these in the sequence that I have installed them, because there are others that need other software as a dependency for them to work. Right, so please install them in the sequence that I have installed them. So on Git, we click next, next again. I had previously installed Git, so I can just go ahead and install it in this folder. Yes. Additional icons, you have to click that. These ones, you leave them as they are. Don't check these ones. Next. Next. Make sure that it says use Vim. Vim, yeah. Next. Let Git decide. Next. Leave these as they are. Next. Use bundled OpenSSH. Next. Use the OpenSSL library. Next. And leave these as they are. Next. use Minty. Next. Fast forward or merge, we use the default settings. And grid credentials manager. Continue. Good. Continue. Don't check any of these, leave them as they are, and let it install. Okay, so Git is installed, right? View release notes, uncheck that. Launch Git bash, we don't need that right now. Click on finish. Okay, and then next we are going to have to install XAMPP. So I have already installed XAMPP, but let's try and see, try to guide you through the steps. Click on this. Yes. Important because an activated account. Okay, no, that's okay. Next. Leave these as they are. Right. Next. Select a folder. You will use the default folder. That's XAMPP. Right. It says it's not empty. I have already installed it. So if I can just select a different, or just rename this folder to XAMPP2, but you will keep it as it is without the 2. So leave it as it was. Click on next. Language English. Next. Setup is now ready to begin installing XAMPP on your computer. Then you will have to click on next and let it finish the installation. Okay. I will cancel this because I've already installed. And then after installing XAMPP, you're going to install Composer. Composer needs XAMPP for it to work because it needs the PHP dependency. So we double click on Composer. Install for all users. Use the recommended settings. Yes. Do not check this developer mode. Leave it like that. And then you see it needs XAMPP's PHP, right? So we'll leave this default settings as it is. Next. Leave everything as it is. Make sure you are connected to the internet. Yeah. Next. Install. Right, good. That's done. Click on next. View online documentation. No. So the installation is done. We finish. Now we need to make sure that Composer is successfully installed and Node is successfully installed, as well as Git, right? So how do we check that? On your Windows machine, you click on the Windows button, the one at the bottom left corner, the Windows button and R at the same time. So you click on Windows R. This window will appear. So in here, you're going to have to type CMD. Type CMD and then click on OK. Right? You will see this pop-up window, this terminal appear. Right? You'll see this terminal appear. And then in this terminal, we're going to first check if Node is installed. So we're going to check Node-V. This means Node version, the version of Node, right? So it should give you 20.11.1, which is the latest stable version of Node. If it gives you something less than 20.11.1, you need to re-download Node and update it because it's going to give you problems, right? Now we check Git. Git-V. Git version is 2.44, which is the latest Git version. Also, if you get something lesser than this, you need to upgrade that, but surely the links that you were provided with will help you download the latest. Next, we need to check npm. npm is automatically installed when you install Node, right? npm-v, you get 10.5, npm version 10.5, which is also the latest. And we're going to have to check Composer, right? If you see this list, it means that Composer is successfully installed, right? Composer version 2.7.2, right? Which was released 2024 last month on the 11th. Good. So we have now checked that we have successfully installed Composer, Node, and Git, right? Now we are going to move to the next step of our environmental setup. So check the next video.